What for you, as you have seen him through so many things, do you believe has been the toughest thing for you to observe as a daughter in his life?
I would say the Jinnah phase also, the recent after the Pakistan Yatra.
What was the most painful
And to an
thing?
extent the Hawala phase also. Emergency, we were too young, so I don't really have too many memories of that. And then of course the Jinnah one.
And what was the most painful thing to watch in your, as a daughter?
You know,
at
the
that
frustration of people not understanding probably. And some of my friends writing things about him which was, completely unacceptable.
I asked him if he felt betrayed and he said no. But as Robert Blackwell said, you're a man of enormous self-restraint. So let me ask you the same question. Did you feel let down by friends and people you thought you were close?
I think so, yeah.
You did.
And I made it a point to tell some people who I thought were close enough to tell.
Pratibha has, Advaniji was saying in the first segment that he did think at a time of retiring from politics. As a daughter who's seen him through lots of ups and downs, did you ever think he should just step out of it completely?
Honestly, it's really his call, And I, as I said, whatever he does, I believe so much in him that whatever he does, I'm going to be with him. But, honestly, without bias, I would like to say that I'm yet to come across somebody like him. So the country deserves him. But whatever his calling is, we are going to stand by him.
And you're looking so emotional already at this point. It's tough to actually, it's a very personal moment, Advaniji, but what about this moment moves you to tears? Is it somehow what you read from that, in your introduction to your book, that in your life there has been both meaning and happiness?
No, I remember many years ago having read an article in the Reader's Digest that there are persons who, whenever there is anything emotional, whether of happiness or of sadness, tears readily come to their mind. So much so that anyone praises me, tears come to my eyes. And this used to surprise me once. कि क्या होता है, क्यों होता है? मेरी तारीफ कर रहा है, इसमें रोने की क्या बात है? Then I read that article. I have not been able to get hold of it again, but it was a kind of a physical
reaction
attribute.
To emotion.
To an emotion.
So when you see him just now, just suddenly tears welling in his eyes, you're used to it. It doesn't unnerve
I'm used
you.
to it, but I follow suit also.
Yeah, I saw that happening.
Yeah, I mean that's very. It's almost like it starts here and it ends here. So, but I don't know. Fortunately, in his case, the tears never roll down. In mine, I have to always control myself.
And where do you see yourself, Pratibha? You're a television host. You do your own programs, but I come back to politics. There is that political calling. Do you think you will remain engaged with politics in some form or the other?
I don't know. Since this is the only thing that I've, that has been a constant in my life since my childhood. So as of now, I feel that I want to, continue being associated with it in some way. Of course, Dada is here always, so that will always be there. And at the same time, I would like to say that I enjoy my television career immensely. I enjoy my interviews, and some of them are film related. I have a spectrum of things that I do. There are film related interviews. Then there are interviews with women achievers. So there are different things that I'm doing. I'm producing some shows. I'm also wanting to make a film one day, which has been written about sometimes, but there's nothing planned as of now. So there are things I want to do in my life as well. At the same time, be associated with him and his politics.
Do you see shades of yourself in her? And if so, what are they? What do you see something of your own personality?
No, I have said already in my book also, I think, that as a student, as a schoolboy or in college, apart from my studies, I was diligent in my studies, but apart from my studies, if I had any extracurricular interests, it was either cinema or cricket. And I find that Pratibha and Jayant have inherited those one each. She has an interest in cinema, which makes her an advisor to me even on matters of cinema. Our Jayant is an encyclopedia on cricket.
But he still enjoys watching films.
Of course. Yes.
Any little time that he has, either I get him a DVD or we go to the theatre and watch it, he's still fond of it.
Yes.
But in terms of temperament, do you see signs of yourself, shades of yourself?
Temperament, I would say that she is outgoing. She is forthright in whatever she thinks and says.
Which is like you.
Which is not like me.
Unlike, very
Which is
unlike.
not like. No?
I'm like my mom, I think, you know. In fact, I must recount a very interesting incident. Once we were all sitting and watching TV at home, and our house help who was watching, and the other was giving a speech in one of these meetings. And she just kept looking at her and she's saying, after some time she asked mom, ये साबी है घर में तो कुछ बोलते नहीं है यहाँ तो बहुत बोल रहे हैं. So that is his real personality, and in fact many times when we have private dinners at home of 10-20 people, he's lost. He's pacing up and down, not knowing what to do with himself. Same person, it's ironical that can address millions and millions of people, tens and thousands of people in public meetings without wincing. You know, it's absolutely two different personalities.
Your book republishes an interview you did in 1991 where you were asked if you were to change one thing about yourself, what would it be? And you say, I need to develop a capacity to make small talk.
Small talk.
Yes. Do you think that's changed?
So. No, not changed. No.
I think
still that kind
But
of
I think he has enough of that with me, so it's okay.
And if you look at your father, obviously as a father before a politician, what for you is his biggest strength and his greatest weakness?
You know, I feel, Barkha, he's someone who, there's a song which I often quote when people ask me, there's a song, Main Zindagi Ka Saath Nibhata Chala Gaya. In every kind of a situation, whether it's happiness or sadness, I've never seen him tip either way, you know. He's been sthir, that's why I used the word sthir earlier also. That's something that I think is his greatest strength, and I also feel that his ability to forgive people, his ability to not take anything too much to heart so as to, you know, start disliking the people who have hurt him, I think that's tremendous. I don't have it. I want to inculcate that. And I also believe that if I can even get 10% of what he is as a person, I'm made.
And is there anything you change about him?
Not really. You know, that coming from a doting daughter is a little difficult to point out. Not really. I don't think so. He's perfect.
Well, you can't get a better endorsement than that. I'll just like to end by thanking both of you for sharing your time and something that's intimate to you, a close personal relationship. And Advaniji, no matter what happens from here onwards, it's been such a momentous innings and such a momentous book. So thank you very much for sharing your time.